for as long as I can remember. I've loved baskets because they are so practical and useful, but decorative also. Back in 1985, when I had 6 young children, my 7th hadn't even come yet, a friend of mine had learned how to make baskets, and she offered to show me how. And so I said, sure, but I don't have time to sit around making baskets. It takes a lot of time. But I needed a gift for my mother-in-law. And I thought, well, that would be really nice. She was very special, and so the first basket my friend taught me how to make went to my mother-in-law, and I was instantly hooked. I immediately made one for myself while it was still fresh in my mind, and just started kind of teaching myself along the way. There are actually several different styles of baskets, so I decide which style, which technique I want to use. I start out with reed. It's easy to get. I order it from large wholesale companies. I get it in large quantity, and then I have it available. That works out best for me and for my style of basket. Once I have my reed and I decide what kind of basket I'm going to make, I take the reed, open up the coil, I cut my spokes for whatever style basket I'm going to make. I use water. I have to have the reed in water, soak it so it's pliable to work with. And then I make whatever style I'm going to make. I do rectangular baskets, I do rib type baskets, I do wooden bottom baskets using wooden bases, just several different styles. But I just start with a pound of reed and work from there. I dye all of my own reed if I want to use color. I use RIT dye and just set up a great big dye pot and put the color in that I want and dump my whole pound of reed in there, or part of the pound if I want to do like a multicolored. A lot of ideas swimming around in my head actually, but really there are some basic techniques that every basket weaver uses. So I draw from those basic techniques. And then after that, the sky's the limit. I can do any size, any style, any color, just whatever my imagination will come up with. And I get ideas too from looking at other baskets and kind of going from that also. Well, I do have some in other countries. Those have mainly been gifts. But all over the United States, mostly here in Kentucky, Berea, Log House Crafts, and the Artisan Center in Berea have been my really big customers through the years. Mammoth Cave National Park, I've worked with them for a long time. Kentucky Proud in Lexington, Completely Kentucky in Frankfort. I've worked with the different various state parks also, and small gift shops throughout Kentucky, but I've done some work for people in New York and Missouri and some other states, Indiana also. I think the uniqueness, they like the fact that I use a lot of textures and colors and different styles. I consider that a compliment, that they're a little bit different from other baskets. My children have all made baskets. I also used to take them with me to shows when I would do the craft shows, and that was a very good draw for the crowd because they would come and watch the children work on baskets. And they would also, whenever I would come home from a show, the kids that had made baskets to put in the show, their first question was, did I sell any baskets? So they learned young a little bit about business and working with your hands and what you can do to make money by just simply working with your hands. I'm definitely a crafter, but I like to think I'm an artist also, just because I like to incorporate different colors and textures into my designs and come up with designs that are unique to me and my ideas. So I consider that being an artist. If you're doing lots and lots, it can be kind of hard on your hands if a person is arthritic, but fortunately I'm not. I pray over my hands a lot and they're strong and healthy. As long as you keep the reed nice and wet and pliable, it's pretty easy to work with, no splinters or anything like that. The best basket I ever made was probably the baby basket I made for my youngest son, who was born a year after I started making baskets. It was special because I designed it myself, And I actually used it to carry him around, or if we were traveling someplace, I would use it as a little bed for him. They are numbered, actually. I have made over 6,000 baskets, so I think I'm in the 6,300 range right now. So I did not start out numbering my baskets. I didn't know to do that, but at one point I realized I should, and I guesstimated in my mind how many I had made, and I started with number 200. So if you have one of my baskets that's not signed or numbered, it's one of my very early ones. I think the satisfaction of knowing that I can work with my hands and actually make something that somebody wants to buy, that is pleasing to someone else, and they would actually pay money for that. So that's very pleasing to me, and I keep very, very busy, and the orders keep coming almost faster than I can keep up with them. So that's very satisfying to me.